What kind of hobbies do you have to help keep you occupied, keep you happy? If you're using it like I am, help you fight depression and anger. Let's talk about one of my hobbies, and I'm going to share a tour that I took of one of the local stores here in Merida, Mexico. Stay tuned. Hello, my loves. Welcome to another slice of my world. Kellie here, and I am going to share with you guys today a tour that I did of a place here called Casa Brito. And I recently upgraded when I was in the US. I upgraded my sewing machine. And if you want to know what else I did in the US, I'm putting the link up here to the nonsense and shenanigans that occurred while I was on my trip to the US. And if you haven't hit the subscribe button and you're waiting, that's fine. Just, if you're still watching by the middle, hit that subscribe button. But you don't have to wait to hit that thumbs up. That's how YouTube helps you find me and help me talk to you. So anyway, one of the things that I taught myself, I taught myself to sew using YouTube, and I was inspired by a very dear friend of mine. Her mom makes these amazing bags. I just happen to have one here. She made this big old bag for me, and it was, and I was like, oh my gosh, well, your mom helped me figure out how to sew. And I didn't want to buy a machine. I wanted to see if I liked it first, if I enjoyed sewing, and and I found that I did, and that was back in 2018. Now that bag her mom made, this big old bag I made. So it's got all the little pockets around it. And there's a few of these that I've got, that I've made. And so I came back here with this Mac Daddy sewing machine that didn't act right at first, y'all. That bad boy had to go to the shop 2 times before I could sew on it the first time. But I'm gonna calm down about that. I'm gonna calm down. So anyway, while I was there, when I was looking for where I could take my machine and discussing my issues in Facebook, I met this woman. She was a bad influence. She lives over near the beach, and she mentioned to me a serger, and she does embroidery, and her stuff is phenomenal and is beautiful. And she mentioned to me this serger, and I started watching all these videos on sergers, and I was like, ooh, I need that. So it's on my wish list over at Amazon, and eventually I'm going to more than likely have a serger. And I've been calling her a bad influence. She says, no, I'm a good mentor. But anyway, without further ado, let me give you guys the tour, and you're going to see in this video a couple of the different sergers. And because I love to make bags, these things will really be helpful to aiding me in making more bags that sit in my closet. All right, let's get to it. So this is the outside of Casa Brito. It's located in Centro. And as you can see, it's located at Calle 43. It sits between 54 and 56. Here in Merida, it is a 100% mask mandate. So every place you go, they anticipate you wearing your mask, and people don't get crazy when you ask them to put it on if they forgot to put it on. As you can see here, they've got everything that you need to go from being a hobby sewer all the way up to being professional with all these different steamers. And they have industrial sewing machines as well as beginner basics. This side over here has just some vintage sewing machines, different things that used to be what people used, and some people still use these types of machines. These machines are amazing, and if you can find them and they still work, it's a good thing. So as you can see, again, they've got overlockers, they've got regular sewing machines, they have embroidery machines, and there's just a plethora of everything. And they've got various different types of, like the embroidery machines are Mac Daddy. They've got all these highly recognizable names, so you can go in and you can get Juki, you can get Hanomi, you can, or in America, Janomi, Singer, you can get Brother. And so this is the lady I was telling you all, who's the bad influence but the good mentor. That's her dream machine that you just saw, and this is what the end result of that machine doing what it does. So I got a gift of a nice little towel. So I wanted to see
sergers, and this is the first one they showed me, and it looked pretty complicated. Then once you got going, it was really great. But this one is the Hanomi, and Hanomi is a good brand, even though I'm having issues with my particular machine. It's in the shop for the third time, and I've only gotten it in June, so that's not a glowing recommendation. However, it's a company that's been in existence for over 100 years, or right at 100 years. They do have a good reputation. I'm just having a tough time with my machine. It could be user error, which the first 2 times was not, but the third time could possibly be user error. And so I'm still learning how to use the machine. But then the second machine you saw there was a Brother. So when I get my serger, more than likely, I'm going back to the Brother brand, because that's what I started with. I know it's reliable, and I know it'll do what I need it to do. So here you have just a plethora of different machines that you can pick from low, more affordable, let me say that, Hanomis, to the most expensive high-end. That bad boy is right there. That's the one I started with. That's what I've been sewing on for the last 2 years. And it's my spare machine. I'm so glad I didn't sell it, because my new machine is in the shop.